What did Carmack say did he go into any detail with you about why he lost his YouTube channel?
Yeah. And that was the other thing that I kept telling him, like, you gotta curb your language a little bit. You can't
Oh,
keep messing with this. He had two strikes against him. One of them was, I guess, newly expired. And so, yeah. And then he just didn't. He forgot to take the video down. And also, he just wasn't really, he's tried to curb his language a little bit, but he wasn't consistent with that. So,
but he thinks somebody reported him. He was targeted.
well, he was targeted. I mean, there's proof of that.
What
So,
kind of proof?
I mean, I have a video. I have a screen recording of a video of another podcaster putting out his violations with the timestamps on it.
Oh, that's pretty antisocial.
Yeah. Now, who's to say if anybody actually followed up with that and reported it? But I mean, that's why else would anybody do something like that? It's fucking
Right.
weird, bizarre.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear because I mean, again, I just wanted to hear what he said to you about it because out of curiosity, because he's going to say stuff on the show like you don't know what to take, if what's half baked and what's actually, um, you know, legitimate. But again, yeah, trying to get someone's channel taken out, but she's friends with Melton and whatever. I would use stronger language, but it is the Lord's Day, and also I don't want to get another strike on my channel because people are targeting me too. Hey boss, I'm of the mindset that Fuddle was the one who reported.
Yeah.
It was an inside job.
Yeah. It was an inside job.
Hey boss, I'm of the mindset that Fuddle was the one who reported Karmic's channel. She enjoyed toying with his emotions and was a payback. Oh, that's brilliant. If that's true, that's absolutely fucking brilliant. Is it possible Gilly broke up with Carmax again to get back in the spotlight? I don't think
No,
so.
I don't even want to be here addressing this bullshit. Like this is, and I don't, and yeah, it's my choice to be, but it's like,
Yeah, but you don't come on that much, and you don't really make a lot of money doing this. I mean, you don't make a
so
lot of money in the Dabbleverse. He makes some money. Carmax makes some money, and the worse his love life goes, the more money he makes. Why didn't your breathalyzer detect Carmic's pills?
exactly.
Okay, so when you found the stuff in his pocket, did you throw him at him like in a movie, or
No,
like you throw the engagement ring at a guy? What did you do with him?
no, and I do want to say what happened is because of the way he was behaving in Vegas, I tried to end the relationship right there. I tried, but I told him like, I'll do whatever you need to do. If you wanted me to take you to the airport, I'll take you to the airport. If you want to stay in another hotel and get a ticket a couple days later, you could do that. I wasn't like abandoning him. I was just saying like I have to get away from this dynamic. So he wouldn't leave and he wouldn't, he just wouldn't move and he kept saying no, I fucked up and I want to stay with you. I fucked up and I want to fix it. So he continued the trip and I said when we go back to Minneapolis I have to drive you 6 hours home. I can just go home and you can fly from home from Minneapolis. He's like, no, I want to be with you. I go, but if something happens up there, you live in the middle of nowhere. There's no cell service. It's like it's like very far from a town. I don't want to be put in a position where I will have to do that up there. And he's like, it's not going to happen. And reassured me. And then within hours of getting there, I say, something's up, man. You're acting weird. What's going on? Nothing, just lies to my face. Nothing. If you have any concerns, let me know. Nothing's going on. And this feeling did not leave. So I put my hand in his pocket and he flipped the fuck out. And it was like from that point on, it was like I was a stranger who broke into his house and he was like, stay away from me. Don't touch me. I go, and I was calm. I said, I love you. I'm here with you in your home. I have a right to know what's happening. So tell me what's in your pocket. Nothing's in my pocket. You didn't feel shit. I don't know you shit. It's none of your fucking bit. Like just a total different guy. And I'm like, clearly based on the way you're behaving And I felt them just tell me what it is. I go, I'm not going to do anything crazy, but just tell me what it is. Refused to tell me. And then left his house, clearly to go hide them. So when he
So wait,
left,
he was wearing the pants, and you went into his pant pocket while he was wearing the pants,
yeah,
and then he like pushed you away, or he said, "What the fuck are you
yeah,
doing?"
he grabbed my hand and said, why are you doing that? And I had put my hands in his pockets many other times, never been an issue. And I felt something in there that it felt like pills. And this was a surprise because he has never, I, he, that's the other thing. This was a lie the whole time. Before we ever met, I said, you ever fuck with prescription pills? No. He said, no, I'm afraid of them. I don't fuck with them. I'm afraid of them. And so he wouldn't tell me he wouldn't even admit that there was something in his pocket, and then wouldn't tell me what it is, left. And when he left, I hadn't even unpacked yet. So I'm grabbing my bag and my things to go. And he comes back in the house before I'm able to leave and starts acting like nothing happened. What are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you packing? Just talk to me. And I'm not responding because it's like, this person's clearly a fucking stranger to me who's been deceptive, and all of my intuition was correct this whole time. He's not a trustworthy person. He's wearing a mask. He's got addiction issues. So I'm not responding and I'm leaving. And he goes, oh, was this your plan the whole time? It was just to drop me off here and leave, acting like, So this is 1 a.m. I leave at 1 a.m. in a place with no cell reception in the middle of nowhere, just alone. And finally get to a hotel an hour and a half later that I have to spend $200 on because it's a Friday night and all they have left is a suite. I just bought over $100 in groceries to stay at his place. I just driven him 6 hours to his house. And this is what's happening. And then by the time I get to the hotel, I see that 15 minutes after I leave, he's posting a photo of a Crown Royal bottle, and then going live, and he's on 3 things. He's drinking, on pills, and smoking weed, and then admits publicly to everybody that they were pain pills, but wouldn't even tell. This is like literally right after. He told me to my face, there's nothing in my pocket. Fuck you. It's none of your business. I got to get out of here. And then publicly comfortable just saying, yeah, I got pain pills in my pocket. And she found them and she left. And it's like, that's fucked up. That is a fucked up person. That's a fucked up person. And then days later, I'm sorry, I'm ranting, but days later, now his whole recap of the relationship is that I was controlling him. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, Carmix's girlfriend was Gilly. Wait, Carmix's girlfriend was Gilly this whole time? Yes! Yeah, he wasn't allowed to speak your name, right? That was always
allowed, right? He was not allowed. I was controlling that he was doing, allowed.
You were always you're like what do they call those the stage mom? You're like standing when he was ever doing a show, you're standing on the side, and if he said who he's dating, you're gonna give him the hook or cut off his
all you have
Wi-Fi.
to do is clip this shit out and put it all together. And I mean, people.
So you didn't care if he said you guys were dating?
No, we both agreed. Like, let's not. It's exploitative. The way he was doing it before was exploitative, and I was part of that by participating in it. But I said, I don't want to participate in that anymore. I don't want everything we do to be up for a fucking thing publicly. But that's what he does. And I saw it do him to every single member of his family as well. And it's like, whatever, dude. That's him. That's his life.
Breath lies in urine test, the true foundations of trust in a relationship.
Yeah, it's difficult for me anyway. I'll say this is my problem. I have a difficult time pulling the plug on something when someone's actively convincing me to stay and actively gaslighting me that I'm wrong about them. So I haven't trusted myself enough, but I will say in this relationship, I did try to do that so many times. and he just, you know, my sympathy for him, he worked my sympathy for him, and I cared about him, so I wanted to be wrong. I wanted to be wrong.
Do you regret picking him over Tom Myers now on that famous date off episode where Tom Myers, remember, had the scarf and you had
Yeah.
a
No, I just regret, no.
so even looking back, you still would prefer Karmics with all this trouble instead of Tom Myers.
Well,
I just
no,
want to clarify. I just want to clarify.
no. The only thing I would do differently is from the very first weekend that we met up and I discovered that he was on Kratom, I should have just never followed up with him after that.
What about a severely repressed homosexuality?
Okay, can I address this? Apparently, he's talking about sexual things about me, and yeah, I'd like to clear the record and say that that was not true, what he said. I like sex.
Wait, what did he say? What did he say?
From what I understand, he was saying that I was like not giving him sex. And it's like, that's ridiculous. I came to him many times saying, like, you don't, like, in the beginning, I initiated the sex every time. And then when I didn't, he never initiated. And I just kind of chalked that up to like, well, maybe he's nervous or maybe he doesn't have enough experience or something. But, and I would say, I don't think you're attracted to me. And he'd be like, oh, I fucking think you're gorgeous. I'm very attracted to you. I want to have sex with you. But the guy can only have sex in one position. And it was like, and he doesn't know how. He doesn't know how. And that's fine that he doesn't know how, but you're supposed to be able to have open communication. That's healthy.
He doesn't know how to have sex?
No, he doesn't know how to have sex.
Well, do you guys watch a video together?
No, but I would, you know, it's healthy to communicate during sex. If you're first like trying to figure each other out, he couldn't do that. It was like if I said one thing like, can we shift this or can we do this? Everything would stop. He would stop, put his clothes on and leave. He couldn't communicate. He couldn't do any of that.
What?
And so now he's saying, you know, derogatory things about me sexually. And that's like,
well, he's saying that you didn't want to have enough sex.
Yeah, he's saying that I wouldn't give him sex.
But you're saying he doesn't physically know how to have sex.
He doesn't initiate sex unless it's initiated by me. And then when it was initiated by me, he acted so nervous that the only way I could take it was like, you're not into sex. And this was not, because I know what he's going to say, because I know how these people operate. He's going to say, well, I wasn't attracted to you because you were controlling everything I did. This is how it was from the beginning.
Do you think he's gay? Do you think it's a gay thing?
I suggested it at one point. I asked him, I said, are you gay? Because And
what did he say? What did he say? Do 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 do. Then he pulled out his leg guitar.
We were
I hope Sorcerer's watching. Sorcerer, you're welcome. I hope he's watching.
I think we were making out. He would never do foreplay. That was the other thing. There was never foreplay. There was never like, and that's fine. I was fine with all of that because I was like, I'm very understanding. But we were making out one time and it was good. Like it was good and it was heating up. And so then we were going to transfer it to the shower. So we go to the bathroom and I'm like standing there in front of him and he's just like acting like he doesn't want to be doing it. And I'm like, do you want to get, like, after we were just making out, and I'm like, do you want to get in the shower with me? And we've been in the shower before together. and it's like very sexy. And I'm like, do you want to come get a shower with me? And he goes, why don't you shower first and then I'll shower later? And I'm like, you don't want to get in with me? And he goes, well, I like the water hotter than you. And I go, are you gay? Because men want to fuck. Like, men want to be around naked women. Men want to. There's like, no, I have never met a man who was so fickle about like every little thing. And I'm like, men will literally fuck you in a car. Like, a man will fuck you anywhere, But
waiting for a subway.
He would blame everything on everything, but it's not true that I denied him sex. It's not true that, like, I don't know what else he even said about it, but it's like, it's just fucking, it's disgusting, pathetic behavior to be talking about it like this is true and painting this whole narrative. It's the Pat Dixon playbook. It's just like, yeah, this is what it was like. And it's like, okay, dude, whatever. Clearly you're too much of a coward to look at yourself. That's on you. Should I suffer because of your inability to look at yourself? Fuck off.
Fuddle calling someone a liar. That's comedy. That's entertainment.
Yeah, because I'm the liar, right?
Why date a slow adult to begin with? She was in love.
I didn't know, I just didn't know.
She didn't know he was slow.
You don't know until you're around somebody and you see.
Until he orders at Chipotle and he doesn't know how the fucking thing works. And you're like, are you slow? Were you his girlfriend or probation officer? Good question.
I was supposed to be his girlfriend, but he didn't treat me like a girlfriend. So.
KB, this B is out of her mind. Drug testing is nuts. It was his idea.
It was his idea, and he brought it up multiple times before I was like, okay, fine, let's do it.
Merce says
wait, I'm sorry, real quick. He suggested that I get a security camera. He suggested that I get a security camera.
And then Earl Skakel will do a show about it because that's his whole new show now.
Yeah.
He watches security cameras in Skid Row. Security camera where?
He wanted me to put it in my apartment.
Like, wait, in what? In all the rooms?
I mean,
like a ring camera, but it just looks inside.
I'm like, do you think that's really going to be like, you really think that's going to solve everything? Because who's going to have to buy it? Who's going to have to check the footage? Like, everything is still on me to figure out, because you can't be a clear, expressive, upfront individual.
Merce says this woman is sick, and that's the only kind of women Merce will date, apparently. Sick women. He likes them sick. Does this mean your DMs are now open? Yeah. You won't date anybody in the Dalaverse, right?
First of all, to say this woman is sick, it's so illogical after everything that I just said.
This is coming from Mersh.
It makes no sense.
This is Mersh. Mersh loves sick women, and it's a whole date. He was around sick women his whole life. But you would never date anybody in the Dalaverse again, right?
If somebody, I don't care what they do or like where they're from. If they have the ingredients for an actual relationship, that's what I'm looking for.
Dr. Fuddle, are you allowed to diagnose karma even though you're not licensed in the state of Minnesota? Imagine dating a below middle-aged female comedian also having these rules. What a nightmare. And this is coming from Mersh.
Right. A guy who clearly doesn't listen because he just used the word rules. So people are going to go with whatever information that they want to go with. But long term, I mean, Mersh, I have to actually thank Mersh, because Mersh was the one who initially, exposed him for being a liar. And I wouldn't have known about that unless Mersh had done that. So, I know he wasn't doing it for me, but I still feel like I owe him a thank you for that. And Mersh also knows what Karmic did to him. So it's the same thing where it's like, go ahead, be around the person, try, you know what I mean? So You tried. You said you were done with him. So you've seen it yourself.
Who you talking to Mersh now?
I'm talking to Mersh, yeah.
KB, how can you understand anything this thing is saying? All I hear is hiss, hiss, hiss. There's a goddamn snake. Gilly, I guess with Clearwater Chad being now, I forgot about Clearwater Chad. Gilly, I guess with Clearwater Chad being next in line, you only have to test his cholesterol for Arby's beef and cheddars. Keeping it lighthearted. Thank you, Borgo. Gilly squirts some tears out to Karmic's bit, cry for sobriety. Gilly squirts some tears out to Karmic's bit, cry for sobriety. Stokely, Gilly was in the bedroom podcasting while Karmic was outside his phone smoking and ordering clean PP on eBay.
Well,
how much does that cost to clean pee?
I don't know.
No, I'm asking Stokely. He probably knows a little bit about it. Are we going to address Karmic saying Gilly told him not to care about what you, the boss, had to say to him about his career? I didn't see that part. I saw that she did. Gilly had a problem with. She said he had too much respect for me. That's fine. If I'm in the crosshairs here, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it whatsoever. I'm not ball washing anybody. I do a show every day. I don't pull punches. So people have a problem with me. I 100% get it. I'd have a problem with me too if I wasn't me.
I've never said anything like that. So if that's something Karmic said, that makes no sense. Like, Kevin Brennan is in my opinion, the best one out of this whole thing. So it sounds
like a real backhanded compliment. Of all the losers here, he's the biggest. I mean, he's the least loserish.
No, I mean, I don't, yeah. I've never said anything like
It's all right if you did. I don't care. I say a lot of stuff.
But I didn't. It doesn't make any sense.
Chad, show us the wall and prove he's lying. Yeah, that's Matt Mead's house. Why didn't you call Uber to drop him off at the airport? You knew what Karmic's was before hooking up.
You can't force someone to leave a hotel room. So I did all of the offers that I could. And I also didn't want him to just leave and be alone. I offered, because it was just not, he wasn't creating any type of safe situation.
And that jacket's got a lot of pockets to go through. No, it was his pants, Squirrel. It was his pants. Did he wear cargo pants or just had 2 sets of pockets?
Just jeans.
So, yeah, just 4 pockets at most. Were you guys slow dancing when you went through his pockets?
No.
Karmic said Gilly works once a month at most.
I think I'm on the road an average of 2 weeks a month.
You saw his home finally. Is it full of dirt and cats?
I had been there before, and it was about what you would expect from someone who is on a lot of substances.
So not tidy.
It wasn't great.
Comedians are so fragile. Salespeople travel a lot. Yeah, but they don't have to do a show every fucking night. They do their own little sales show, but they don't have to do a fucking show. Let the guy be himself. Leave him alone. Yeah, he's all alone now.
I did. That's all I ever wanted was for him to be himself so that I could know who he actually was, and he wasn't capable of that.
Did he actually pee in a cup?
Yeah.
And did you supervise that, or what did he go into the...
No, he went into a bathroom and came back out.
Johnny Mac, you were never really into him because he let you run the show 100%. You let him tag along. Your addiction is control, Gilly.
Right. Somebody who's not into somebody doesn't invest in them. And I was invested in this person, and that showed through my actions. So also, I didn't run the show 100%. If a person is withholding information from you and they're being deceptive, that's them running the show 100%. You can't have a relationship with somebody who isn't being upfront and honest with you about who they are, what they want. So he was in control the entire time.
Carm said he would take Gilly back if she got him. Fucking idiots. Carm said he would take Gilly back if she got implants. Is that a possibility? I think he's joking. We can talk about Karmic like he's wrong, but you dated a literal slow, known for drunk freakouts, and thought you were going to change him. Really? Where is your accountability? Look in the mirror.
Yeah, like I said before, and this is where these people, you've got a great demographic here, Kevin, but these people aren't listening to me. I never wanted to change anybody because I have the knowledge to know you can't change a person. It's impossible. I told him up front, you have to want to do this for yourself. And then it just like his narrative kept changing, like, well, I'm just doing it to make her happy. It's like, I never wanted that. I don't want that. I don't want a person to stop doing something they want to do for me. Then they're going to resent me, which is exactly what happened. So I never wanted that.
Gilly, what's your favorite Karmic song? Ghost Party. Ghost Party is a classic. Is that the do?
I guess my favorite song that AI creates for him would be, well, I don't remember.
KB, she's a psychopath. No real man would take this.
I think a psychopath is someone who literally just listened to everything I said and took away the opposite.
Kevin Sandboard, I'm a psychopath. I ride every day. I'm a psychopath. What was your first conversion after Scarlett and what was first conversation after Scarlett and Carm show on New Year's Eve weekend or whatever that was exactly?
Well, we had already been talking before that even happened, so.
Gilly, you got to take him to the Gilly, you got to take him to the mega church. Introduce him to Jesus. Gilly, never blame someone else for the road you're on. That's your own asphalt.
I'm accountable for what I'm accountable for, but no more than that.
Must be special needs weekend. Gilly is crazy. Literally none of my business, but if I had a client who referred themselves as not a disciplinarian or not strict, I'd encourage her to think about the role she was playing with her partner.
Let me see what this means. If I had a client who referred themselves as not a disciplinarian or not strict, I don't understand.
She's basically, I think she's saying that basically if she was a psychiatrist and she had a client who referred themselves as not a disciplinarian and not strict, she basically said it's basically a red flag because it was like when I met Stuttering John. Stuttering John's first thing he said to me on the phone was, "I'll never stab you in the back." I'm like, why would that be the first thing you would bring up? I mean, no one's ever said it to me. Of course he knew he's going to stab you in the back. So Nancram's basically saying that maybe you're not a disciplinarian, you're not strict. Maybe you are disciplinarian. Maybe you are too strict. But maybe that's good. Maybe because you got Pat Dixonitis.
No, I'm saying that
you got PTSD. Pat Dixon was your Vietnam, and you're still, whatever, recovering from that.
I'm not. I spent 2.5 years single to get my shit together, and I'm saying that I wasn't those things as a response to what he's saying about me. I'm not saying them up front.
Genuine question. Why did you take back a guy who called you to see we're repeatedly live on YouTube about a month later? Yeah, it's called love.
That's a very valid point. And yeah, you're right. Like, that's a really stupid decision that I made. And I think because when it happened, it was so shocking. And when it's shocking, when something like when some shocking shit like that happens to you, you want to talk to the person to get an explanation because your nervous system is fucked up. And you're kind of like, where did this come from? Why are you doing this? It's not a normal thing to do to somebody. So that was part of the reason why I even spoke to him again. And then the other part is, he seemed genuinely remorseful, and I just believed it and wanted to believe it.